All right, number 5. So x is being multiplied by negative 2/3. Same thing with equations. To undo the multiplying by negative 2/3, we're going to divide by negative 2/3. To divide by negative 2/3, we've got to multiply by the reciprocal. So the reciprocal of negative 2/3 will be negative 3/2. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 3/2. So over here, negative times a negative is a positive, and then the 3's cross cancel, 2's cross cancel, you've got x isolated. Because we multiplied both sides by a negative, this will be another one where you've got to flip the sign. Again, because we multiplied both sides by a negative, you've got to flip the sign. All right, over here, negative 10 is really over a 1. So I'm going to do some simplifying here. 2 goes into itself once and into 10 5 times. And now we've got negative 5 times negative 3, which is 15, and 1 times 1 is 1. So x can be anything less than 15. It can't be 15. So because it can't be 15, you're going to do an open circle on 15. But it can be anything less than that. So those will be all the numbers to the left. All right. Let me show you one more example. Let's see if I can get a little bit of white space here. Of some problems that you're going to run into. So like if you have negative 13 is less than x plus 5. A smart thing to do would be to rewrite this to where you would have x plus 5 is greater than negative 13. So again, rewrite it as x plus 5 is greater than negative 13. You write in the opposite direction. Or if you don't, you can solve it the normal way. We're still trying to isolate the variable. Over there with the variable is a plus 5, so we would subtract 5 from both sides. These are gone. You've got x isolated on the right. Bring down your less than symbol. Nothing to switch here because we didn't multiply both or divide both sides by a negative. Negative 13 and negative 5 is negative 18. So x is greater than negative 18. So again, x is greater than negative 18. So if you rewrote this, it would be x is greater than, pointing that direction, negative 18. And then again, graphing, it can't be negative 18, so that's an open circle, but it can be anything greater than negative 18, so we're going to show you to the right. Show you that example because number 1, if you rewrite the problem, you've got to make sure you flip the sign. But 2, a lot of times students will ask me, can't you just shade in the direction that the sign is pointing? I learned that trick also in school. The problem is, though, when you have a situation like this, if you don't rewrite the question and you shade that this where the direction that the sign is pointing, your graph is going to be incorrect because this is saying that x can be anything greater than negative 18. So that's why I stress that you look at where the numbers are located rather than the direction that the sign is pointing, because that is a trick and it doesn't always work because you are going to see